Now this is colligative property. In case of colligative property, four different types of properties are there. One is relative lowering of vapor pressure. One we can say that relative lowering of vapor pressure. It is already completed. Now we will discuss here elevation of boiling point. Now we will discuss here elevation of boiling point. So first of all, see, this is graph of vapor pressure versus we can say the temperature. Graph of vapor pressure versus we can say the temperature. Clear? You know, one thing is very common. If we are adding solute particle, then vapor pressure of solvent may be either increased or we can say that decreases here. Clear? So see here, if we are adding solute particle, then vapor pressure of solvent may be either increased or we can say that decrease here. It depends upon nature of solute particle. Now see, vapor pressure of liquid, vapor pressure of liquid increases with increase of temperature. Vapor pressure of liquid increases with increase of temperature. It boils at the temperature at which its vapor pressure is equal to the atmospheric pressure. It boils at the temperature at which its vapor pressure is equal to the atmospheric pressure. For example, water boil at 373.15 Kelvin, 100 degrees Celsius, because at this temperature the vapor pressure of water is 1.013 bar, that is 1 atmosphere. Water boils at 373.15 Kelvin because at this temperature vapor pressure of water is 1.013 bar, that is 1 atmosphere. Clear? Vapor pressure of solvent decreases in the presence of non-volatile solute. Vapor pressure of solvent decreases in the presence of non-volatile solute. Figure, which figure? That one. The figure depicts the variation of vapor pressure of pure solvent and solution as a function of temperature. Here we will discuss vapor pressure of solvent as well as solution with respect to temperature. Clear? For example, vapor pressure of aqueous solution of sucrose, this is sucrose, is less than 1.013 bar at 373.15 Kelvin. In order to make this solution boil, its vapor pressure must be increased to 1.013 bar by raising the temperature above the boiling temperature of pure solvent, that is we can say that water. Clear? The vapor pressure of an aqueous solution of sucrose is less than vapor pressure of aqueous solution is again vapor pressure of we can say that sucrose is again we can say less than 1.013 bar at 373.15 Kelvin. In order to make this solution boil, its vapor pressure must be increased to 1.013 bar by raising the temperature above the boiling point temperature of the pure solvent, that is water. So thus the boiling point of solution is always higher than that of the boiling point of pure solvent in which the solution is prepared as shown in figure. तो इसका मतलब ये है इसी जैसे ये सॉल्यूशन और ये क्या है सॉल्यूट है और ये आपका सॉल्वेंट है. तो सॉल्वेंट इज वाटर, इसका बॉइलिंग पॉइंट है 100 डिग्री सेल्सियस और ये शुगर इसका बॉइलिंग पॉइंट है मोर देन 100. दिस इज वी कैन से दैट मोर देन 100. So whenever we are mixing sugar inside this water, then finally boiling point of solution will be more than 100. Boiling point of solution will be more than 100. It means if we are adding here the sugar particle, then boiling point of solution will be more than 100 degree Celsius. Therefore, it is normally known as elevation in boiling point. Clear? Vapor pressure of pure water is maximum. देखो ग्राफ देखो. Here solvent, तो vapor pressure is 1 atmosphere and we know 1 atmosphere is equal to 1.013 bar. तो 1 atmosphere पे टेम्परेचर क्या आता है? TB0. तो TB0 is boiling point of pure solvent. TB0 is boiling point of pure solvent, and whenever we are adding here some solute particle, then solution will form. So vapor pressure will remain same, but boiling point will increases. So what is TB? So TB is boiling point of solution. What is TB0? So TB0 is boiling point of solvent. Clear? Now similarly, to lowering of vapor pressure, the elevation of boiling point also depends on the number of solute particle. Clear? Rather than their nature. A solution of 1 mole of sucrose in 1000 gram, sucrose in 1000 gram of water, boil at 373.52 Kelvin at 1 atmospheric pressure. Clear? So thus, the boiling point of solution is always higher than that of the boiling point of pure solvent, in which the solution is prepared as shown in figure. Clear? Thus the boiling point of solution is always higher than that of the boiling point of pure solvent, in which the solution is prepared as shown in figure. Clear? Now similarly, lowering of vapor pressure. Similarly to lowering of vapor pressure, the elevation of boiling point also depends on the number of solute molecules rather than their nature. A solution of 1 mole of sucrose in 1000 gram of water, boil at 373.52 Kelvin at 1 atmospheric pressure. Clear? A solution of 1 mole of sucrose in 1000 gram of water, boil at 373.52 Kelvin at 1 atmospheric pressure. Clear? So now here we can say that let TB0. So TB0 be the boiling point of pure solvent and TB is equal to boiling point of solution. Clear? The increase in boiling point, that is delta TB is equal to TB minus TB0, elevation of boiling point. Clear? So according to theory, we can say that theoretical concept, we can say that delta TB is directly proportional to M. Now whenever we are removing this proportionality symbol, here Kb into M will come. Kb is ebullioscopic constant or elevation constant, and value of Kb is directly associated with respect to material. It means if solute particle will change, तो Kb value will also changes here. अब आपको मोलालिटी पता है कि वेट अपॉन में मॉलिक्यूलर वेट, and this is weight of solvent in kilogram. So whenever we are putting this value here final formula will be this one. And इसमें क्या करने का? See, this is, we can say that TB0 boiling point of pure solvent. This is TB is boiling point of solution. The increase in boiling point, that is delta TB is equal to TB minus TB0. Clear? यहाँ मोलालिटी का फॉर्मूला लिख दो. तो Kb is ebullioscopic constant and unit of Kb is Kelvin, kilogram per mole. So solution is equal to solute plus solvent. So solute is represented with the help of 2 and solvent is represented with the help of 1. तो वेट, solute का वेट W1 है, solvent का वेट W2 है, molecular mass इधर M2 है. तो whenever we are putting formula of molality inside this one, so delta TB is equal to Kb into 1000 into W2 और नीचे M2 into W1. तो M2 क्या आ जाएगा? Kb into 1000 into W2 upon में delta TB into W1. Clear? It means if you know the value of Kb, W2, W1 and delta TB, then easily we can determine molar mass of solute particle. Same thing is applicable in case of relative lowering of vapor pressure also. So this is complete information of elevation of boiling point. Clear? here graph is most important. So what is delta TB? Here delta TB is equal to TB minus TB0. So what is TB0? So TB0 is boiling point of pure solvent. TB0 is again means boiling point of pure solvent. So this is complete information of, we can say that here elevation of boiling point, correct? Now we will discuss colligative property for depression of freezing point. This is, we can say that depression of freezing point is there. So this one is depression of freezing point. तो यहाँ पे क्या करना है? In case of depression of freezing point, see, so this is again vapor pressure versus temperature. Frozen solvent, solution will come. TF is, we can say that, what is TF and TF0? So TF is again means freezing point of here solution, and this TF0 is for pure solvent. Clear? Now lowering of vapor pressure of solution causes a lowering of freezing point compared to that of the pure solvent. Here we can say that pure solvent will come. We know that freezing point of substance, the solid phase is dynamic equilibrium. Solid phase is in dynamic equilibrium with liquid phase. Clear? The lowering of vapor pressure of solution causes the lowering of the freezing point compared to that of the pure solvent. We know that at the freezing point of substance, the solid phase in dynamic equilibrium with liquid phase. So what is dynamic equilibrium? Here process will always take place in continuous manner, or in another way it will be never stop. So whenever process will take place continuously, for example, this is decomposition of CaCO3, decomposition of CaCO3. Second one, we can say that emission of radiation from sun, or any radioactive material. So this is dynamic equilibrium. Clear? Thus freezing point of substance may be defined as the temperature at which the vapor pressure of substance in its liquid phase is equal to its vapor phase in solid phase. Here we can say that vapor pressure of liquid is equal to vapor pressure of solid. A solution will freeze when its vapor pressure equal to vapor pressure of pure solvent as shown in above figure. Clear? A solution will freeze when its vapor pressure equal to the vapor pressure of pure solvent as shown in figure. Clear? Now according to Raoult's law, what will happen? So when a non-volatile solid is added to the solvent, its vapor pressure decreases and now it would become equal to that of the solid solvent at lower temperature. Thus the freezing point of solvent decreases. Clear? When a non-volatile solid is added to the solvent, its vapor pressure decreases and now it would become equal to that of solid solvent at lower temperature. Thus the freezing point of solvent decreases. Clear? तो देख जैसे अभी पहले हम लोग ने नहीं बताया था, here elevation in boiling point, ऐसे ही आता है depression in freezing point. Elevation in boiling point and then after depression in freezing point. जैसे देखो ये आपका solution है, solute, और ये solvent है. इधर क्या करने का? Water. Boiling point is 100 degree Celsius. And here we can say that methanol, इसका boiling point 100 से कम होगा. तो due to addition of methanol, boiling point of solution will be again less than 100 degree Celsius. So TF0 is freezing point of pure solvent. Here TF0 is again for solvent. This is solvent. Then TF is equal to freezing point when non-volatile solute is dissolved in it. So delta TF is equal to TF0 minus TF. delta TF is here TF0 minus TF is there. Clear? So now similarly to elevation of boiling point, depression of freezing point for dilute solution, it means ideal solution, is directly proportional to molality of the solution. So therefore delta TF is directly proportional to m. तो जैसे ही proportionality symbol जाता है, here means Kf will come. Here we can say that Kf will come. So Kf is proportionality constant. Kf depends on nature of solvent and is known as freezing point depression constant or molar depression constant or cryoscopic constant. And unit of Kf is Kelvin kilogram per mole. Unit of Kf is Kelvin kilogram per mole. देख अब जैसे हम लोग सॉल्यूशन लेते हैं तो सॉल्यूशन में सॉल्यूट प्लस सॉल्वेंट, तो सॉल्यूट इज रिप्रेजेंटेड विद 2, सॉल्वेंट इज रिप्रेजेंटेड विद 1. हियर वेट ऑफ सॉल्यूट इज W2, weight of solvent is W1, molecular mass of solute is M2 while molecular mass of solvent is M1. तो now formula of molality is क्या बोलने का, here weight upon में molecular weight and weight of solvent in kilogram. Clear? तो now delta TF, अब आपको क्या करना है, now we are putting value of this molality here, तो final formula will be this one. Now the value of Kf and Kb, which depends upon nature of solvent. Here value of Kf and Kb which depends upon nature of solvent can be ascertained from the following relation. तो Kf is equal to R into M1 into Tf square upon में 1000 delta fusion H. Kb is equal to R into M1 into Tb square, नीचे 1000 delta vaporization H is there. Here in this formula, Kf and Kb formula, R is gas constant, M1 is molar mass of the solvent, delta fusion H is enthalpy of fusion for solvent, and delta vaporization H is enthalpy of vaporization for solvent molecule. So this is complete information. So this one is again means complete information of depression of freezing point. Clear? यहाँ देखो ग्राफ देखो, तो this graph will represent, so this graph is related with solution and this graph is related with solvent and this is we can say that frozen solvent. जितना पार्ट फ्रीज हो जाता है ना उसकी बात चल रही है. क्लियर? तो आपको क्या करने का, राउल्ट्स लॉ है ना, देखिए इसका मतलब बॉइलिंग पॉइंट ऑफ सॉल्यूशन may be either we can say that more or less. So it is related with respect to nature of solute particle, whether your solute is volatile or non-volatile. Whether it is again we can say that volatile or non-volatile. तो आपको इसमें ज्यादा कुछ नहीं करना है. क्लियर? अब देखो यहाँ पे क्या है, Kf is freezing constant, W2 is weight of solute, M2 molar mass of solute, W1 weight of solvent. Clear? So with the help of this we can find out molecular mass of solute. Clear? And if we can say that material will change, then Kf value will also change. So Kf and Kb depends upon nature of solvent. Kf and Kb depends upon nature of solvent.